Hi folks, Jesse Ivy back with you again today, and today we are going to talk about some of my real estate mistakes, at least one of them. So let's get to it. This video basically is called My Big Real Estate Mistake in Florida. And so the reason it's called that is because we had a nice piece of land in Florida. It was about a little over an acre actually, and this was back some years back. And so what happened was we got a good deal on this 1 acre lot. It was in Florida. I'm not going to basically say the county or anything, but it was in Florida in a nice area. And so what happened was we got a good deal on this piece of land, as you're seeing these pictures here, and we ended up buying the land at, like I said, at a good deal. And so what happened was once we bought the land, I bought it because it had great access, power was close, it was kind of on a paved road, and I thought this would be a great place for somebody like to build a house eventually and that type of thing. So, and that's why I bought it. And so anyway, so what happened, so a few months go by or whatever, and then finally we get around to making a listing for it, and we put it on our website. So what happens is we put it on there, put it at a pretty good price, and it didn't take very long. I don't know, maybe a week or 2 weeks or something, and then this guy comes along, and he's the first guy that really showed a lot of interest in the listing. And this listing was a great listing. It had green trees on it. Like I said, it was a corner lot, and it had access to power. And so anyway, I thought it was a great lot. And anyway, so this guy contacts us. He's living in Arkansas. And so he's saying that eventually, I talked to him. He wanted to eventually build a house on this 1 acre lot, and that's what he had been looking for. He wanted something in Florida he could just go build a house on, and I thought that was great. And so then we explained the rules. Basically in the county, there's county rules you have to follow, there's our rules you have to follow, or whatever. And he was fine with everything. He said he had no plans to build on the property, for a long time. He was just going to work on trying to pay off the land and all that good stuff. So anyway, so some time goes by, and in this business you meet people, some people who follow the rules and then some people who don't. But anyway, some time goes by. It might have been a month, and I think he had made another payment on the property. He put his down payment down, and then he made 1 month more he made a payment. And so we're sitting there thinking we got a great guy here, and he's going to make us payments and then probably pay off the land early, and then eventually build something on it. So like I said, a few weeks go by, and then a month goes by, and then one day we get a letter in the mail. And so the letter in the mail, which had pictures, basically showed me that I now had a mess on this property. So what happened was this guy decided, because he was starting to pay on the property, that he wasn't going to hold his end of the bargain and basically not pay it off early. So instead what he did was he just literally went down there to Florida. He went to Home Depot and bought some lumber and had it delivered there, and he just began to start trying to build a house. And so he had lumber there, he had other junk. There was junk, all kinds of junk on the lot. But anyway, so we get a notice from the county in the mail. We get a letter, and the letter basically states that this guy's on our property, and he has left a mess there. And I think what happened was they visited the property and gave him a citation, and then he took off. So he had all his building stuff, wood and some other junk, I know he had some like buckets of paint, and I don't know if he was just thinking he was going to build a quick house or whatever. He never went to the county and got permission. He never found out what you need to do to be able to build the house on the property. He basically just went to Home Depot, bought some stuff, decided he was going to go there and start building a house. And that's exactly what he did. And so he left some tools, he left some lots of boards all over the property, and then there was some steel items. I don't know if he was thinking he was going to put shelves in there or something. And then there was buckets of paint, different things like that. And as you can see some of these pictures, how it looked when it was sent by the county there to us, telling us basically this guy had left the property a mess, but it's in your name, so you're responsible. And in this instance, I can't really think of anything that we did not right. The only thing I would say is I guess I trusted a little too much, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. I will trust people, especially if I feel like I have a good rapport with them. But with this guy, he didn't even wait. I would say this happened like 6 weeks, 8 weeks right after he bought the property. Anyway, so we have a big mess. We live in Oregon. That's in Florida. I don't want to hop a plane and have to go back there and clean up the mess. And I really didn't know what to do with this problem. So and that's the thing about this business. When you do business in sometimes in other states, or you have a listing in another state, if you don't have feet on the ground down there, sometimes you're out of luck. So what I did is I first started looking on Craigslist, I think it was, for cleanup crews and that type of thing. I didn't really ever find anybody that I felt comfortable with. I have done that in Arizona before. I hired a cleanup crew and they did great. But in this instance, I didn't really find anybody. And then the county, you know how counties are, they only give you so much time to fix a problem. So with that being said, what happened was I knew that we were going to have to get this fixed. I talked to the lady on the phone in the county. She was the code enforcer. She told me, well, we'll work with you, but you do need to get moving on this, and you need to get this problem fixed. So I started thinking, and I did. I started thinking, and I thought, hey, you know what? I remembered this lady. I had her actually go out and take pictures of the property before we sold it. So I had her go out there, take pictures of the property. And I asked her if she wouldn't mind just to go there and maybe take a couple of pictures for me, just so I could see the mess in greater detail. So she agreed to, this lady. She was a photographer, and she agreed to. So she went there, took a few pictures, and then sent them to me via email. And so then, just out of the blue, she says, it is a mess, and but you paid me for doing these pictures. What would you pay me to clean up that lot? I could get my boyfriend in our truck, and we could go over there and clean that lot all up. And I thought, wow, that's great. That's fantastic. So we agreed upon a price, and I was very fair with her, and I said, well, what do you think it's worth to clean all that up and then haul it out of there and take care of it? And she gave me a price, and I said, that's great, that's fantastic. I go, I'm way okay with that. So in the meantime, I let the county know. I told the county, hey, I have a lady, she's cleaning it up. And so the photographer basically went over there with her boyfriend, took their truck over there. They slowly began to haul stuff out of there. They took all the wood out of there. I don't know what they did with it. I don't know if they kept it or whatever, but regardless, they picked up everything, cleaned the lot completely, everything all up. Ended up being a really win-win situation. And so they hauled everything out of there. And then she took pictures of the clean lot for me. Which was fantastic. And then the next thing that happened was once I saw the pictures, and she showed me that they were clean, and told me that the lot was all clean, and I paid her. Once that happened, then I basically contacted the county. The county, I think it was a week later, got a hold of me, told me, hey, the lot looks great, it's all cleaned up. Guess what? This code enforcement action is being dropped, and you're fine now. And so basically what happened with this guy, he abandoned the property, he took off, never heard from him again. So he just abandoned the property, and we voided his contract. So what happened then, I think within, once it was cleaned up, we put it back up on our website again. And this is, like I said, this is cruising up on about 10 years ago. Anyway, put it back on our website. Next thing I know, we have this nice family contact us. They say they really like the property. In fact, they loved it, they said, and they wanted to buy it. And so I said, okay, great, let's do it. And so we financed the contract for them. They bought the property, and then they paid us off way early. I mean, they paid us off I think they paid off that contract within 3 years, and then we got the deed recorded for them, and they are now the owners of that property. So if I could look back on anything that maybe, mistake I made, the only mistake I can think of that I made really was trusting too much on the buyer and just taking his word for it. But that happens sometimes in this business, and then sometimes people just go out on properties and make a mess, and and then they abandon the property, and then you're left cleaning the mess up. It's one thing if somebody just wants to get out of a contract, but it's a whole different thing if they leave your property junky and then the county comes down on you about it. I think what basically happened with this guy is the county ran him off, and then basically we were left holding the bag. But this, I feel like we got a win-win in this whole situation, and I'm very happy with the result over the years. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my big real estate mistake in Florida. And we will be back again very soon with another video for you to watch. And this is Jesse from the Owner Terms Land Network.